It's been a day, stressing out like crazy. Just wanna be lazy with my girls. It's been a day, we gonna get wavy. Layer on some diamonds and some pearls.
Hello to my online fam. Today we are talking all about hair waves. Natural, beachy hair waves for short to medium length hair. This is a question that I get more than all my other questions combined. You guys asking me how I do my soft beach waves, and today I'm gonna give you a really informative video on exactly how to get this look. I mean, we are going like really in depth in this one, you guys. So I really hope you learned something from this. As always, please, if you are new to my channel or if you have just come across me now, check out my Instagram. I'll link it right here and in the description. You can follow my real-time daily posts. I am on stories a lot more than I'm on YouTube. So what goes on in the day-to-day life of this person right here, give me a follow. In the meantime, we're gonna jump right into this right now. So if you want to learn how to style beach waves for short to medium length hair, please keep watching. So this is how my hair looks after a wash and blow dry. As you can tell, I have poker straight hair. When I do blow dry my hair, just so you know, I blow dry it upside down, or I'll go just against the way my hair naturally goes. So if I'm blow drying on the side here, I'll have the blow dryer and I'll blow dry it this way, just because I think it gives like a little bit more volume that way. And then obviously like you'll use whatever products you have, whether it's like mousse or a thickening spray or what have you, just for like that added volume. That's typically what I do. And then to keep my hair kind of in place, at the end, I will dry shampoo the whole thing and like scruff it up with my fingers, because I think that gives you the most like tasseled, natural, wavy look. So we'll get to that. Now I use this T3 micro curling iron. This is their 1-inch curling iron. This is the newest one. Because I have like short to medium length hair, when I used to have longer hair down just past my shoulders, like about here, I would use the 1.5 or 2-inch curling iron to get those really nice loose waves. But because my hair is shorter now, I need a smaller curling iron. What I do is I take a trusty little clippy and I section my hair. I'm a bit lazy, but if you want like really precise curls and stuff, you should section it in 3 different sections. I just like to do 2 sections. It works for me. So I've just got half of the section pinned up while I do this bottom bit here. The bottom like back here and stuff, I don't worry about it too much. I try and curl like what I can, and there's no like specific like rhyme or reason. I just kind of like will take it in random sections and curl whichever way, because I mean, no one's really gonna see this. You just have to have it all curled in some capacity. And now specifically, for the fronts here, where your hair kind of frames your face, you have to curl away from your face. I like to curl like this. I take my hand and I physically wrap around, and then I curl away from my face. Okay, now the bottom half is done. I'm gonna take out the top here and I'm gonna do the top. I like to take really thicker chunks for this, because I think it gives like even a looser wave than if you were to take smaller sections. I mean, I'll grab like a thick chunk and I'll curl. And sometimes I'll alternate the curls too. So instead of like always going away, like curling away, I will curl forwards sometimes. Again, I never do this when I get close to the face though. You always want to curl away when you're near the face, but just to give it like a different texture and going in like different directions. I know those get ready with you videos, like people are talking and then doing like their makeup or their hair at the same time, and I really want to be chatty with you guys, but I'm not great at multitasking. So I sit here like in silence half the time trying to curl my hair, thinking like I should be talking right now because it's way more entertaining, but it's really hard for me to do that when I'm concentrated, you know what I mean? Okay, so you might have missed what I did there because I didn't explain it. So when I get some longer pieces at the top here, because my hair is not like super short anymore, if you have longer hair and it's not super short, this is key for you, because it will give you an even curl or wave the whole way down your head rather than just like one halfway. I've seen way too many girls curl their hair, and this is how they do it. They will curl like this and then pull out. Sometimes when you leave the ends straight, it does work. I think that works on longer hair, but when you have really short hair, it ends up looking like you just have one bend and then it's straight everywhere else. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think maybe it would be good if you would do it just like once every few curls like this. I mean, I don't do that, but you could. I've seen a lot of people do that. But what I like to do is I curl here and I still have a bit hanging. So I'll actually pull down and I'll finish the curl like that all the way down. And then I'll pull it out. I like to pull it out because it kind of like loosens it up. I don't like to let it sit like that for too long. Okay, now we're getting at the bangs here. I like to actually physically curl with my hand when we get to the bangs. And then I kind of pull like that. I'm gonna curl the other side of my head. I'll be right back. I'm gonna explain what I do with the top section here after. Okay, I'm back. Normally when I'm curling my hair, by the way, it takes me like 10 minutes. It takes me like no time at all to curl my hair. So I take it in such thick chunks. I only section it in 2 sections. And like, it's super fast. I'm taking a little bit longer now because I'm explaining this tutorial to you guys and how I do it. So let's go back a step before I talk about the tops of my head right now. What I did was I, washed, and then I blow dried, and I blow dried my hair upside down. Use a mousse, use a thickening spray, use whatever you like to use to give that a little bit extra texture and volume. 2, section your hair in 2 different sections. You can do 3. I mean, 3 is a little more thorough. 2 works for me, so I just stick with 2 sections. And 3, when you're curling your hair, you want to alternate the curls. So until you get close to your face here, you always want to curl out when you're near your face. But I like to alternate when I'm around the back. So I'll curl one this way, I'll curl another forwards, I'll curl another back. Like I'll alternate to give different texture in the wave. So the last thing I do is the tops of my hair here, it ends up being quite flat. I don't know if you get this, but I do. Because when you're curling, the curl starts about here and then it curls all the way down, getting the top of your head. I don't want to touch it and burn my head. So I typically will take just a couple sections here, 2, maybe 3 smaller sections. And I'll actually just, with my hand, wrap around once and I'll leave it. And then I'll pull it out. And see how now I have a little bit of a wave here at the top? Looks a little bit more natural the whole way through. So I'll do one more here. And I don't take as thick of like chunks. I'll just leave it and then I'll pull out. And that's it.
Get our nails done, get our hair done, we fly. Maybe we can holler at the boys, looking so good, whistle when they walk by, 'cause we know what they want.
And to finish off, I will use 2 products. One is this Bumble and Bumble thickening spray. I also have an Orbe thickening spray and a Mika thickening spray. I use a plethora of different sprays. This just happens to be one of my favorites. I think it works great and it smells incredible, which is really what draws me to it. I just love the smell of this one. So I take it, and this is really what's gonna give you a ton of volume. Is you want to use the thickening spray because it not only gives you volume, but it also gives you like added texture, which is going to make your hair look fuller. I rub that in. I sprayed it. Penny's sitting behind me, by the way. And she moved. She started sneezing and she moved. Penny, you don't like the smell as much as me, huh? She was sitting like right here behind me. She started sneezing and moved over there. Oh, baby. She is always by my side. Actually, I want to talk to you guys about this. This is a total side note. For anyone who like watches my Instagram stories, I get messages from you guys like ever so often about, you know, what happened to my cat and where's my cat and, you know, I'm a poor owner or did I forget about my cat? I never forget about my cat. I love my cat. She's my baby. I've had her for 8 years. Of course I didn't forget about my cat. She's not next to me all the time. Yeah, of course I have more video with Penny in it. And we go for rides together. I can't take a cat for a car ride. They don't want to go. So anyway, as a side note, Penny's always here, but my cat is still very loved, you guys. I love my cat. So next, and finally, I'll take this styling balm. I'll do like 2 little squirts, and then I'll just rub it into the ends. And this kind of gives it that hold. I don't really like to use hairspray too often. So I just kind of rub this in from like the middle to the end. And that's what really holds it. Let's spread out the curls here, just pull them apart, because they tend to get stuck when I use this cream. Now, when I have my hair curled, sometimes I'll leave it parted, but if you want a little extra volume, I like to part it like ever so slightly to the side. I just think it looks a little bit more like effortless, you know? Anyway, so that's it. I hope you guys learned something, if anything, from this, gained some new tips or tricks. And if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And I will see you guys next week.
looking so good. Whistle when they walk by, 'cause we know what they want, but we just lie.